All right. What you're seeing here is a big, long box from Wickett Craig, superior leather since 1867. This is the first time I'm using, or actually I'm looking at anything other than tandy leather. I did buy a small piece of pigskin from Springfield leather not long ago, which I really like, but I haven't used it, haven't worked with it yet. And this will be actually probably the first time that I bought leather sight unseen, and without holding it, touching it, picking it out individually. I trusted some salespeople to choose it for me, and we'll go over what's in the box. And this is the first time I'm seeing it as well, so we're going to both see it at the same time. All right, so let's pull it out of the box. Oh, looks like it's wrapped up pretty nicely. So what we've got here is, I guess what we're going to see on the outside is I had 2 3-ounce, this is all veg tan, by the way. Wickett Craig only does vegetable tanning. It's one side, and looks like it's 28.4 square foot of grade SP, which is special. They have 3 levels. Special would be their grade C, I guess, then utility B, and then as a grade A, they call it their standard. And I specifically wanted, I wanted character in the leather that I'm going to use for making wallets. So we're going to see what character actually means to them, but those were my instructions. So I had it split. It started out as a 10-12 ounce side. I had it split down to 2-3 and then refinished on the back, and it's chestnut color. So let's get into it, roll it out, see what it looks like. And being that it's 28.4 square feet, that's probably a pretty big cow. So here we go. Let's see what we get. Wow. Man, my table's not big enough. All right, let's get this out of the way and take a look. So we're looking at the back first. This has been refinished, and I can't really see what this says. 28.4 feet, 28.4 square foot, and I guess that's just a stock number. 823756, or that might be my order number. So this is big. I'm going to get a tape measure and just kind of, we'll get an idea of actually the dimensions. We know the square footage. I get it. But we're looking at about a little over 8 feet long, and about oh, about 3 to 4 foot wide. That's a pretty big piece. So as far as the back is concerned, pretty darn smooth, not a lot of marks. Really tight grain. A couple little spots here and there. Nothing to worry about. They don't feel like they're weak spots or anything. I asked him to make sure that we didn't have any holes. All right, let's go to the front. And this is English Bridle. First time I've bought English Bridle, and this is the chestnut color from Wickett Craig. A little bit of a spot right here, some grain marks. But again, I'm going to be using this for small projects. I'm not making belts with this or anything like that. You know, I might go as far as making a messenger bag or something, which is going to be using some larger pieces. But I like character in my leather, and but I'm going to probably be making mostly wallets and such out of this. I mean, you know, this is really nice. Very waxy, almost oily feeling, and I don't know if you can see any of it on the camera, but there's just so much grain and, you know, veining and character going through that. Oh man, this is really nice. This is really nice. You know, we've got another small thin spot up here. It looks like just maybe like a barbed wire scratch on the fence. Kind of got a this was probably a shoulder up here, and you've got a you know, a fatty pocket, little rippling there. But I mean, almost every single piece, almost every square inch of this is going to be usable. Yeah, I'm going to like this a lot. All right, so let's just leave this sitting here, and we're going to get out the next piece. Okay, this is an 8 to 10 ounce black piece, again of English Bridle, and it's 24.3 square foot. And this is standard grade, so this is their highest quality. Whereas the piece we just looked at, this chestnut piece down here, is their lowest quality. So let's see what we get. All right, what you're also seeing is I bought some belly strips of their harness leather, and we'll go over these in a minute. This was just, again, these were kind of an experiment, but we'll talk more about those in a little bit and take a closer look. Let's look at the back. This is heavy. This is a heavy piece. Yeah. Really nice on the back. You know, very, very smooth. Some graininess here and there. Looking good. Few little marks. Uh, 24.3 square foot. Yeah, and I guess, and that's the same number, so that was just my order number. Yeah, that's a weak spot in there, and I can probably actually just, that's a usable piece. So I doubt if anything here is going to go to waste. I'll give you a length measurement on this. At its longest point, it's almost exactly, it's almost 9.5 foot. And across the center, it seems to be about 36 inches. You know, narrows down a little bit over here to about 34. Up on this end, you're down to 29. But in general, that's a big cow. That's a really big piece of leather. All right, again, 10 to 12 ounce, pretty thick. You know, and it holds itself up. So let's flip it over and take a look at the front. I was specifically thinking that I'm going to be making belts out of this piece a lot of belts, especially out of the back. You know, down there is going to be the belly. This is going to be the back here. So this is going to be the thicker, stronger, less stretchy part. So, boy, I'll tell you what, this is some nice stuff. I mean, there is a lot of character in that, but it's clean. Feels nice and waxy and smooth. You can see the light reflecting off of that. This is nice. I'm gonna enjoy working with this. Very good. Okay, I'm happy. Now, again, that's English Bridle. So those two big sides you just saw are English Bridle. I also got 2 belly strips in harness leather. And these belly strips are, I think they were only like either $11 or $13 a piece. We'll go with $13 a piece. And I really didn't know what I would be getting, but again, I've never used harness leather. And I wanted to see how it performed, what it felt like, what I could do with it as compared to the English Bridle. And maybe it's just because they're belly strips, they feel a little bit softer and more pliable, but they're still 8 to 12 ounce in thickness. And, you know, the finish on them is really nice. You know, harness leather as compared to English Bridle is supposed to have, it has more oils, waxes, and everything cooked into it or as it's tumble dried. But this is the buck brown color from Wickett Craig. And I think I can definitely get some really nice usable pieces out of this. The back looks fine. It's a little bit looser. But, you know, that's a belly strip for you. And, I mean, for 13 bucks, that's a nice strip of leather there. You know, this one, I kind of like the colors better on this, but it's going to be a little more of a struggle to get usable pieces out of this. But it'll still make some nice stuff. So there you go. Now, next video, this was just sort of a quick introduction to show you what came out of this box. Call it an unboxing video, but I've never played with English Bridle or harness leather. Next time, what I need to do is I'm going to cut off some small pieces here, and I want to see, even though they're vegetable tan, they're finished. So I want to see if I can stamp, brand, mold, you know, how well are they going to take water, and what can I do with them other than just make straight pieces. So, you know, cut things out, sew them together, finish the edges and call it done, which was the whole point of this, because having pre-finished leather is going to speed up my process a whole lot. So we'll see what we can do. We're going to experiment with it. I'm going to video that as much as I possibly can and show you what results come out of it, and then make some stuff. So thank you very much. Tune in next time. So one thing I didn't mention earlier, I just thought I'd let you all in on this, is so looking at the packing slip, we're looking at a total of 62.7 square feet of leather, and that breaks up into 2 buck brown bellies. They're 5 to 11 foot each. They were $13 a piece, and it's close to 8 to 10 ounce as possible. The chestnut piece underneath is 2 to 3 ounce chestnut split and refinish, no holes was what they did there. And then the other one is 8 to 10 ounce black standard, clean flesh for belt. So the chestnut was the special, the black was the standard, and we wanted a nice clean back on the black piece for belt making. Generally, I double layer everything anyway with veg tan, natural colored piece on the back glued to it, back to back. So really didn't need to worry too much about that, but that's nice to have anyway. And what you're looking at represents, I can't remember my invoice exactly, but it's not quite $600. It's about $575 worth of leather is what you're looking at here, including shipping. And it was about $40 in shipping, UPS. So there we go. I'll just tack this back onto the back end of that video. And all right, thank you.